Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Quick encore performance about the deaths of Peter Tosh and Bob Marley. Today's May 11th, 2017, the 36-year anniversary of the passing of Bob Marley. Him and Peter Tosh, both members of the Wailers who died early. I forgot something important in this video I want to mention, and I also just got this question, which I'm glad I received, because this further validates my work. Just minutes ago, this man said, "Can you please do one on The Golden Child, the film with Eddie Murphy from 1986? We're going to get to that in just a second. It connects right in with what we were talking about, Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. But here's what I forgot. We talked about how Bob Marley equals 93 like Saturn. And Bob Marley passed on May 11th, which is written 5/11 in the US. Saturn, the keeper of time. I forgot to mention how Rastafari sums to 93. Bob Marley, 93, dead by the numbers of Saturn, the keeper of time, having to do with death and judgment. And again, we saw Peter Tosh die September 11th. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Reggae legends. Reggae 119, September 11th, 11/9, the day Peter Tosh passed. So, I was explaining, these numbers are so significant. 93 to time, to death, to rituals. In Black history, there's a lot of 93. Notice Black History Month has gematria of 93. So do names like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, both 93. Those two men only met one time in history on a date with 93 numerology. It was March 26th, 1964, 333 days before Malcolm X would be killed. On a date with 93 numerology, the two men with 93 named gematria met. And a lot of notable Black people from history have number 93 stamped right on them. If you missed the video I just put out about Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, it's actually interesting he asked me that after watching this video. But anyway, if you watch that video, I talked about the significance of 93, the Bible, how these biblical numbers coded into Black history, connecting to Saturn, this very important entity to the occult that tracks time. Here's a film, The Golden Child, about elites wanting to get rid of a certain child. And remember, 93 has a lot to do with Jesus Christ. But check this out. The film's called The Golden Child. It came out December 12th, 1986. Golden Child equals 93. Like God's Son, like Nazareth, like crucifix. They say the crucifixion of Jesus happened on April 3rd. Science came out with this in 2012. The crucifixion of Jesus was April 3rd, which is the 93rd day of the year. In Mark, it says the crucifixion lasted from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., 9 to 3. Again, 93, the number for Saturn, the keeper of time. They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away. God's Son, 93, like Nazareth, like crucifix, like Golden Child. This film came out on December 12th. 12/12, Saturn, the keeper of time, 12 months, 12 hours in the morning, in the evening, 1,440 minutes per day. The word time in Jewish gematria is 144. And the main character in this film, played by Eddie Murphy, the name is Chandler Jarrell, spelled just as such, 93, played by a Black man. In the Bob Marley Peter Tosh video I just made, I talked about why is there this ongoing riddle throughout history coding the numbers of Jesus Christ onto Black people. It's a question people need to ask because it's really going on. And, the more you research, the more you learn. And look at how fast I just learned this. This is just one more piece of the puzzle that I've been talking about since 2013. This man asked me this just minutes ago. That's all it takes, gematria, once you're good with this language. This calculator right here, which I link in the description, just type the words and see. We talk about how 42 stamped on Black people all throughout history. Peter Tosh dead at 42. Hit sitcom Martin, Black TV show Martin in apartment number 42. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Rosa Parks, and a million more. Murdered by the numbers. Numbers of Saturn, numbers of time. And here's a movie. I mean, it's really about snuffing out people. Notice this film's 94 minutes. I just talked about how Bob Marley died 94 days after his birthday and what they had to do with the Bible. So I'll link this video down below if you missed it. I didn't count on making this. I'm supposed to be writing the book right now, but, I got excited after I got this question. You know how it goes, Truth Seeker. Until next time.